good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. Hey, thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. And this is my cigar chat on Sunday, October 31st, 2021. October 31st, 2021. Happy Halloween. Hey folks, today have been slightly different. What I mean is today been slightly different. Like I say right now, guess what? It's the same. And they say best and painful. People die every day, B. Hey, my guy, Mark, what's up, my brother? What's up? People die every day. And it's not the point about that people die every day. It's the way that people die. And a lot of times right now, people, we got to be aware, man. We really got to get together, man. Like, sit back and you think about it. And everybody keeps saying about Alpo, okay? Alpo. Like what happened to Alpo? The difference right now is sometimes when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's your time, it's your time. And we have to understand that. And the difference is right now is like, a lot of times people, you listen to people now, everybody's saying it's because of the Rich Porter situation, it's because of all the people that he cooperated, that he told. You know what? The difference is that that was the case, it would have been done a long time ago. The reason why, like I said right now, is nobody killed Alpo. Alpo killed himself. What I mean by that, Alpo killed himself. He know the difference. He know what he was up against. But it's not because of his past transgression. The reason why Alpo's not here is something new. It's something totally brand new. So when everybody starts speculating, that's what we all do. We speculating. Why? What happened to Alpo? Why is Alpo dead? The difference is this man been home 6 years. He been back in Harlem for what? 6 years. All of a sudden now, on Halloween, he died. Help me out. Help me understand. Okay? Like I tell people, I'm not the smartest, but I'm not the dumbest. This ain't some old stuff based upon what he did in the past. This is something brand spanking new. And a lot of people don't want to grip their eyes around that. This is something brand new. This is something brand new. Listen, but what we're going to get to today, let he or she without sin cast the first stone. That's what we're going to get to today. So today, like I said right now, man, rest in peace, Alberto, Alpo Martinez. May your soul rest in peace and your spirit be lifted. Like I said, I don't wish death for nobody, especially when you know better. You don't think it's some of rich people? No, I don't think it's some of rich people. I don't think it's some of rich people. This is brand new. What happened to him, it was like brand new. And that's it. It was something brand new. Glaze, I understand now why you had to move out of Brooklyn. I didn't have to move out of Brooklyn. The difference is right now is it's smart too. You Brooklyn cat never ran, never will. You know what? That's ridiculous. The difference is a smart man know when to run. If you outnumber, you gonna stay there. If you outnumber, the odds are against you. What I'm saying? To me, I don't care what anybody say. If the odds are against you, what are you supposed to do? You supposed to me, stay there. Oh, here, get me, shoot me, hurt me, kill me. Nah, man. If the odds are against you, guess what? Even when I talk about the story about Cashapp, Allah justice, guys had me hemmed up. If I coulda, what I'm saying? When I saw them coming, right now is they got guns. I got a bulletproof vest on. When I saw the guys coming, if knew I could escape and got the heck away, I would have did that. I'm not stupid. And that's what people do not understand. That's what people was Alpo thinking with the wrong head. They say it was a female there. Yeah, it was a female in the car. That is true. That is very true. And the difference is right now, I got first-hand account of it was a female there, not the normal young lady. It was a street girl. It was a street girl that was in car with him. And I don't know, did she text somebody saying, "Look, we right here. We not going anywhere. You can get him now." Who knows? And people, that's why when you sit back and you think about it, it's best to settle down with one good woman, one good man. You know what? Don't spread yourself around. Don't be like Bobby Brown. I don't see nothing wrong with spreading myself around. Nah, man. Get you one good woman, one good man. Yeah, it had to be a setup. But the difference is, it had to be a setup because once again, he was too relaxed, too comfortable. And folks, it's a saying that I don't care what anybody say. From my understanding, when you're nearing death, when you know you're about to die, it's an instinct, it's a feeling that you know you're about to die. You know it's coming. It's nothing that you can do to get around that. There's nothing you can do to get around that. A risk taker, yeah, a few times we did, a few times, but it was on a positive note. It was like as grown men. It was nothing negative. It's nothing about the past. It was about positive growth and development, strictly positive. And at this present time, hey Muhammad, what's up? What's up, man? What's up, man? Thanks for joining in or whatever. Hey folks, listen. And I'm listening to everything that's out there on social media. It's like a hot topic at this present time. It went viral. Like the difference is the way, like Albert, you know what I'm saying? The way Alpo name is ringing, and what's going on and what's happening, all of a sudden now. Do you think it was someone from Harlem or DC? Like I say, most likely, I don't know whether it's a Harlem, whether it's from Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, but it's something recently. It wasn't something stemming back from years ago. It was something recently. The difference is, who knows? It could have been a beef over a girl. Okay? It could have been a beef over a girl. Okay? It could have been, somebody say something slick and he checked them. A lot of people get emotional and get sensitive when if you say something slick and I see you and I approach you and I'm like, yo, hold on, wait a minute, man. Hey, Bob, I heard you was talking trash about me. Now all of a sudden, come on. Hey, you know what? Like I told you right now, is guess what? Like I say, hey, the difference is I'm here. I'm here. So watch my back. You know what? Okay. For what? What is it to watch my back for? The bottom line, I don't live like that anymore. I'm not in the street like that anymore. Like I say right now, is that's not who I am anymore. Like, I do not want no problem. Not saying that problem come my way, I won't be able to handle it. I just don't want no problem. But I'm not gonna let nobody hurt me. The difference is right now, people understand, you know what? In order to get ASS, you gotta bring ASS. I'm gonna say that again. In order to get ASS, you gotta bring ASS. So automatically right now, when people coming at you, you know what? They coming at you for a reason. But the difference is they not just coming at you just to come at you. They coming at you knowing that as they come at you, something else can go wrong with them. But that's not what this is all about, folks. What this is all about is this, man. First of all, what we have to do is, man, nobody in this world have to like each other. You don't have to like me, I don't have to like you. But what we have to learn how to do, how to respect one another. I'm just telling my homie that more than likely it's something that has something to do. Now, it didn't have nothing to do with his past. It's present, Sam. It's present. If it was his past, it would have caught with him a long time ago. It's present. Now, and see, just like I said right now, everybody, it's like no different than when you see somebody bomb or somebody do something to, somebody, out of the country and everybody want to take, what I'm saying, like, credit for it. Nah, it was something recently. It was something old, it would have been happened. It wouldn't just happen now. It would have been happened. True. Even his killer should say later for that. Hey, but the difference is, man, folks, listen, we killing one another over what? Who's the winner? He's dead, okay? He's dead. Who's the winner? He's dead. And the people or person that's responsible for it, okay, what's gonna happen? Somebody gonna run their mouth. What's gonna happen? Somebody gonna start talking. What's gonna happen? Tell me what's gonna happen. So when you sit back and look at it, somebody gonna say something. He's dead. And these guys, when they get caught, George Macon, what's up, man? When they get caught, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Who wanna take the chance? Who wanna go down for 25 to life? A lot of times people tell you what they will and what they will not do. Listen, that's nonsense. Nobody can say what they're gonna do until the time comes. Nobody. You would like to think, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. You don't know what you're gonna do when the time comes. You know what? When the time comes, you might froze. You might be prepared, but you might freeze up. Thank you, BVG. Exactly. Nobody going to get point for that. It was senseless. You're right. I think Poe was still in the street. He didn't act like someone who changed his life. And like I said, you know what? To me, from the conversation and the dealing that I had with him, that was briefly, like the difference is right. When you come to people, if you come to people with respect, people will give you back respect. So to me, we're grown-ups. So the difference is I had a reputation, he had a reputation. So when I came with him, it was strictly like straight up. I didn't have nothing to BS him about. He didn't have nothing to BS me about. And I remember it was a piece that I put up in regards to him about a deal that he had in regards to that was about to close on a movie deal about his life. And right now he reached out to me, you know what I'm saying, through a mutual friend. He got on the phone and we talked. And he asked me, all due respect, yo, I can't tell you what to do or what not to do, but I'd appreciate it if you'll take that piece down. And out of respect, I took that piece down. Why? Because it's the way, especially K, you're right, it is a sad situation. Why I took it down? Because once again, it's the way that he came at me. It's the way, like, you know what, yo, man, I can't tell you what to do, but I would appreciate it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? And the difference is right now, everything doesn't have to be a war. We going to war for what? Nonsense. You know what? You hang out with a little everybody, man. You know, from every boroughs, you hang out with a little everybody. Most everybody, cats that was in the street, a lot of us got cool from doing time on Rikers Island and upstate. But we sit back and you think about it. Was it all worth it? Was any of this all worth it, man? What can we do or what can we learn from this lesson? It's a hell of a lesson. What can we learn from this lesson? What can we as people learn from this lesson? Adam Stack, I'm not even feeding into that, man. I'm not feeding into that. I can't feed into that one, man. But what can we learn from this lesson? How can we stop, you know what I'm saying, this nonsense? How do we stop, you know what I'm saying, this stuff to continue? How do we get everybody to understand, like, you know what, listen, it wasn't worth it, man. It was not worth it. You know what, and like I say, it's your opinion, but, you know, and shout out to your opinion because we all entitled to our opinion. You know, I don't believe that, but shout out. Like, okay, even right now, you say snitches get stitches, man. You know how that scenario's play out? You know how long ago that was played out? Because the bottom line is right now, when you say snitches get stitches, man, do you know how many snitches you got over there? Do you know how many snitches you got out there? Do you know how many undercover snitches do you have out there? The difference is who you least expect just because they not out there. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't see the paperwork. You got so many undercover snitches that's ridiculous. The game is played through snitches. You can't win the game without you got people playing both sides. You got the government playing both sides, and you got the individual playing both sides of the game. So the difference right now is people catching cases all the time. And gun cases, drug cases, whatever case they catching. And they making side deal, making side hustle. But so when you saying right now where snitches get stitches, you know how many people be getting stitches? 99.9% people will be getting stitches. Sad part is police going to take their time. Okay, cool. Second chance, our previous don't spit on them. Glaze, you are a real life inspiration to me. You did it, you know what I'm saying? You can, yeah, you're right, man. He hurt all the family, Glaze, he had it coming. You know what, like I told you right now, a lot of us hurt families. You know what I'm saying right now? I hurt a lot of people's family. And you know what? It took the death of my mother to help me to understand the pain that I inflicted upon the victim and victim family. You know what? Once it hit home, once you feel those people pain, then you understand, like, oh, snap. When you're not that close to it, or it's not affecting you directly, you don't understand. You don't understand. You can't understand until you are directly involved. When you're directly involved with that, and then it hit home, it hit a loved one, it hit someone you love and care about, you can't relate to. You cannot relate to that. You cannot feel that pain until it hit right here. Once you put your foot in somebody else's shoes and understand and believe and feel that pain, then you know. Hey, what I'm trying to say right now, man, listen, man, it was a revenge hit. Drive-by got hit 5 times. You know what? Like I told you right now, we don't know. We don't know. All we know, he's not here. All we know right now, was it worth it? That's the difference. Anytime you do any type of crime, you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Who's the winner? Who's the winner? Who's going to be the winner at that with that whole situation said and done? Who's going to be the winner? You got one person going to the graveyard. And right now, these guys or whoever it is, or these girls or whoever it is, when they get caught, if they get caught, you know what? What's going to happen? Is it worth them going to the penitentiary for the rest of their life? You're right. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. And that's what we got to get people to understand. It's no winner in the street, man. It's a game with no rules and regulation. It's a game with no rules and regulation. Brian could be a drug hit from somebody bigger than we think. You know what? Like I said, right now, let's sit back and think about it. It could be. And right now, from my understanding, it's not something that I think is right now. Is guess what? It could have been something as little as I felt you disrespect me, or I disrespect you. Employing justice and glorifying death is two different things. You're right. Shout out Walter Lee, man. I love your energy. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this brother, Walter Lee. I learned a lot from him. And you know what that's all about? I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him. Glaze, who has the balls to do a killing right in the same block where there's a police station? Okay, cool. Like you say, it's a police station right there. But sit back and think about it. 3 o'clock in the morning, what the police doing? They about to change shift. You know what? They sitting on their behind, man. Probably half of them sleeping. Come on. People don't understand. Let me tell you something right now. People know what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. And I want everybody to understand it. Everybody know what's going on. Excuse the blackout. Excuse the blackout. Excuse the blackout. Let me hit the light. In Chicago, they killing MF South Side. You know what? Everywhere they killing people, man. Everywhere they killing people. This was no crazy conspiracy type of hit. If Trey got shot 60 times in front of the county jail, come on, Glaze that nut, brother. Maybe Fez or cop has something to do with it. Nah, I don't believe that. But like I told you right now, who knows, man? Who knows? Guy died in broad daylight. People die all type of time. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But people's not going to do anything that's going to cause them to jeopardize their freedom. The way he went out on Halloween, that shit seemed like some ritual. No street in the world have ever lived it. Okay, live it anyone? I love it anyone. Now, Ronald Scott, you're right. No street in the world have ever loved anyone. The street don't love nobody. And as soon as people get to understand, it takes a fool to understand, like to learn, the street don't love nobody. Glaze, you done more dirt than Alpo. And you know what, like I said, I don't know. Probably did. Probably didn't. But the difference is right now is guess what? Like I said, only thing I can do, right? Ask for forgiveness. And move on. But too many black women love the street. You know why? Because once again, we think we can't do nothing more. We think, you know what? We self-doubt ourselves. We feel right now we can't do nothing else. It's so many different things that we apply ourselves. It's so many different things that we can do, man. We can do anything that we put our mind to. Everything is about learning, taking the time to learn. Take your time. Learning how to be the best that you can be. Right now, I don't care if it's a cleaning position. Go into that cleaning position with an open mind and stop thinking that we are better than what we are. Learn how to mix the chemical to clean certain, like the floors and the walls in different area, how to buff, how to wax the floor. Learn how to use the right chemical to clean the bathroom mirrors, the toilet bowls, you know what I'm saying, the office. Wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Work your way up. Sometimes you have to start at the bottom to work your way up to the top. But guess what? Stop self-doubting ourselves. Stop thinking only thing we can do is street stuff. Only thing we can do is like, you know what I'm saying, negativity. Only thing we can do is like, you know, violence. Only thing we can do is what is evil. Only thing we can do is what is not politically correct. Yes, I have a clear conscience, Hood Media TV. James Brown, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, the contract was set for the day Alpo was going to be released. Like I said right now, then it would have been done. People don't wait 6 years to get put out a hit. People don't wait 6 years. You know, the difference is right now that was just something new. They say he caught more bodies after getting out of jail. And I don't know. I can't speak about that. I lost over 13 family this year to gun violence. I'm sorry to hear that, Muhammad. You know, say may they so rest in peace and their spirit be lifted. But the difference, how do we stop the gun violence? How do we stop, you know what I'm saying, the negativity and nonsense? How do we stop, you know what I'm saying, us against one another? How do we stop that, man? You know what I'm saying? How do we stop that? What do we need to do as a whole? I got over 100 and something people right now looking at me at this present time. What can we do as a whole, as a team? You know what right now is, to me, hey, right now, what can we do as a whole? What can we do? One person cannot do it by themselves. What can we do? Let's come up with an action plan. Okay? Come up with an action plan and how we can get it together once and for all. It's never too late. It's never too late, man. It's never too late. How do we get these kids to understand right now is, man, listen, man, life is beautiful. Life is what we make it. A lot of times people feel they don't have a future. A lot of people can't see tomorrow because they too busy worried about today. They too busy want to impress people. Impress people for what, man? I don't know about that. I never seen him with a blade and gloves. I never saw 50 with a blade and gun. Book of Revelation. This new generation not normal, bro. I don't know, brother. Brother, you misunderstand materialism. No, I didn't. We need a way to hold parents accountable first. But just like I said right now with Walter Lee, that's a good point. That's a good point. But the difference right now is, you know, a lot of time the parent, okay, they don't have a booklet of how to be a good mother, how to be a good father, okay, right now. But besides that, they can't be around these kids, you know what I'm saying, 100% of the time. These kids go to school. These parents go to work. You're not around them. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what type of crowd they're getting involved in. You don't know what is being said. We got the Bible. The Bible. What is the Bible? Basic instruction before leaving Earth. That's the Bible. Basic instruction before leaving Earth. Gun control. But like I said right now, it's more than gun control, man. It's more. Hey, big bro, I just wish these people gave all the murders in the community this much attention. And like, look at that. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Glaze, did you hate 50? No, 50 was my man. I never hate 50. Hey, right now, George Macon. Like I say, shout out to George Macon Experience on platform, man. Me and you got to get together, do something, man. But like I said right now, we got to let people know it's other things that we can do about life and about everything else pertaining to life. Killer behind that trigger was brave. 15 shot. 15 shot. You said killer behind. Okay, sit back and think about what you just said. Killer behind that was brave. How they be brave? If you got an automatic, only thing you do is hit that trigger one time, man. What is brave by squeezes and trigger? Yeah, 50 tried to snake me, man. Blaze, how can 50 be your man if he wanted to get you killed? A lot of times right now, sometimes you got to you got to move on, man. You can't get caught up in that stuff. The difference is we was young and dumb, uneducated. We was in love with the wrong thing. So the difference right now is sometimes when you get old enough, the same reason I was able to forgive my dad for not being there when I felt I needed him the most, that I had another man, you know, fulfilling in as my dad because my biological dad wasn't there. So the difference is right now is you sometimes you just gotta learn. You start thinking. Here it is, like I try to tell people, I am not the smartest person in the world, but I'm not the dumbest person in the world. A lot of times in life, you're not gonna get all the puzzle all at once. You get these puzzles, different pieces, different pieces. Sometimes you can solve a puzzle in 2 pieces. Sometimes you can solve a puzzle in 3, 4 pieces. Sometimes you need a whole puzzle. The whole pieces connected together to solve the puzzle. But the difference is right now, you gotta understand. The difference was 50, what he did was he was trying to use me as a human guinea pig, as a sacrificed lamb to save his life. Okay, self-preservation. So am I mad at him for that? No. Like I said, I understand. You got to understand. In order to understand, sometimes what you have to do is, in order to understand people, sometimes you have to put your foot in their shoes, man. Sometimes you have to put your foot in their shoes to understand their pain and understand where they're coming from. That was Alpo for real, paid in full. Yeah, this man Alpo should have been wiser and more humble. And like I said, who to say he wasn't humble? But the difference right now, folks, Blaze, should we encourage more black men to go to the military? they can channel that aggression. But like I told you right now, is we should channel, we should encourage them to do a lot of different things that are going to help them. Many different races are doing much better than us. I look at the success of Africa when they get here. Hey, but you're right. But why are they doing better? Because right now they got unity. A lot of group and a lot of like the nationalities doing better because of unity. Because once again, they got people that taking time out. Yeah. When I was growing up in Brooklyn, I used to hear about Albert buying all the firework and blowing them up. Okay, Sloop, Cliff, how you doing, man? How you doing? Hey, folks, listen, there's so many different things, man, that we can do to get them to understand. The real 50 Cent story is something else. That whole hood hated him. They didn't hate him. Everybody didn't hate him. The other group have a culture, morals, and values. Okay, cool. Why can't we get it? After all the things that we've been through, after all the suffering we have experienced, after all the degrading, all the negativity, all being in bondage, why can't we get it together? I hate to hear this, but they fellows sound like he haven't changed. I may be wrong. I don't know. They spit on his grave. Okay, they spit in his casket. Street is crazy. This kid that lived next door to me doing 20 plus. 20 plus for what? Why? Because they got upset? Because they allowed their emotion to supersede their intellect? Alpo was trying to make up for all the time he missed in his mid-30s. I don't know. I can't say that. Hopefully that was not the case, man. But the difference right now, like I say, folks, man, when I look at it and what I find very disturbing, like when you got people like, welcoming his death. When you got people like, like it's a sport game. Like they chanting on like, yeah, that's bogus, man. For what? You see, look at even right now, like you say, Hood Media TV, Alpo got what he deserved. Okay, and that's a matter of opinion. Everybody gonna have different opinion, man. Everybody gonna have different opinion. Like he got what he deserved. You know, we used to have them. We used to have them. What we used to have, Walter, the rapper 50 Cent got rich. The real 50 Cent died trying. I did a piece on that, man. Hey, check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs page, man. No sympathy. And you know what? Like I say, we all entitled to feel the way that we feel. You don't have to have no sympathy for anybody or whatever. But the difference is right now, only way we gonna, have sympathy, you gotta be closer to the situation. You gotta understand. You gotta be there. You gotta eat shit, sleep, and, feel it and understand exactly what took place during that period of time. A lot of times people don't understand. Desperate people do desperate things because we want to be down. We want to be cool. When you lack identity, when you lack character, when you lack the ability to think outside of the box, or when you out there, whatever, always remember, you know who's going to get you? Always remember, I don't care when you out there, you can have a team, you can have a crew, you can have a gang. You know who normally going to get you? Is the person that's behind you. And the only person going to be behind you is somebody that you trust. The people that you can see from that side or that side in front of you, they're not going to get you. The person that's going to get you is somebody behind you. And the only reason they're behind you because you trust them, because you built that trust. And then somebody came along, look, man, this person got to go. I'm going to give you this and that if you take care of that person. People are going to sell you out for the love of the street. People are going to smile in your face all the time, and all the time they want to take your place. Backstabber. Whether he got what he deserved or not, the man was a legend from an era in New York, that part of history. And like you said, what is a legend, man? Nobody bigger than New York. What is a legend, man? What is a legend? And the difference is right now, are we giving people self-proclaimed title for doing evil stuff, for destroying their community, for poisoning their community, for having a bootleg reputation? Like I told you right now, folks, listen, I only speak for myself. I am ashamed of everything I did from the age of 14 to 24. I am ashamed. I am ashamed because right now I look at me. I know better. And right now, as folks, listen, man, there's nothing wrong with getting help. There's nothing wrong with self-care. Okay, we can build up our muscle. What about our mind? What about the emptiness upstairs? What about all the stuff that we got going on up here that's not right? What about right now, though, that illness, that anger? What are we doing about that? Huh? What are we doing about that? There's nothing wrong with crying for help, man. He lost his life in the street like any other drug dealer. But, like I told you right now, man, sometimes what we have to do is right now, man, listen, man, it's time, man. It's time. It's time for us to get it together and start building the right way. Like I say, I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution, Blaze. Because Brian Glaze today got through Brian Glaze at 21 years old. You know what? I like to think so because everything is about rhyme and reason. You know what? We, as human beings, we only listen to people that we respect, that we look up to. So right now, if somebody that I love and look up to would have came to me in certain ways and trying to give me forecast my future and let me know which way I'm going, guess what? Book of Revelation, 2nd chapter, 20th verse. Hey, my man, how you doing? I can't pronounce your name, Eli. Bro, you went astray, but the teaching you got early on helped you come back, and you got the foundation. You're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? What you think about 6ix9ine? I bet he's scared right now. You know what? Like I said, right now, with 6ix9ine got money, man. He got a security team. So what is there for him to be afraid about? Good question. Stay out of the street. They talking and watching. You know what? Yeah, stay out of the street, man. Street for what? What people trying to prove? Everybody trying to impress everybody. Glaze, how would Fat Cat feel about Alpo? Like I said right now, how would Fat Cat feel about anybody, man? You know, let he or she out sin cast the first stone. Cat made a deal. You know, the bottom line is right now is anybody in their rightful state of mind that got a heart will be sympathetic towards that. Because once again, man, everybody like to say, everybody like to play with death. Everybody like to play with that word, death. But the difference is right now, man, it's no coming back from that. A lot of these kids out there playing Grand Theft Auto live, okay? Live. Glaze, Alpo pled to 14 murders. So some of those family members have been carrying hurt for 30 years. You're right. But the difference is right now, look at other situation or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, how a lot of things happen. You know, a lot of things go deep in the original surface. See, Joe, PG, I like that. You can't live your life worrying about what other people think about you. You can't live your life worrying about what other people think about you. But we do. We as human beings, we do. We worry about what people think about us. We worry about that. Why do we worry about what people think about us? Like I told you right now is why? Only person you're supposed to worry about who think about you is the people that really love and care about you. A lot of people can pretend that they love and care about you, but they really don't. They really don't. You know why? Because once again, ask yourself that question. Are we living a life of a lie? Is that magic gone? Do we feel the way that we really feel? No. People pretend. Right now, when you look at most of these urban, environment, you look at most of these urban environment, it's like light camera action. Look at Broadway. What they say about Broadway? Broadway, light camera action. Come on. People out there fronting. Cliff Young Hollywood made a movie already, although it's titled The Mexican. Hey, listen, folks. This is what we got to sit back and think about it. How do we stop the self-hate? How do we stop the nonsense? How do we stop these kids from being an Alpo, from being a Wayne Perry, from being a Brian Glaze Gibbs, from being a Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, from being a Howard Pappy Mason, from being a Nicky Barnes, from being like, you know, Glaze, that Supreme team would have slumped up. Nah, like I said right now, man. You know what? Like I told you, it's a different time and era. But how do we stop these people from being a preacher? Okay? From being a Baby Sam, from being a Delroy Uzi Edwards, from being, like, you know what I'm saying, a Frank Matthew or Frank Lucas. Alpo should have laid low. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Special K, see, you know what I love and respect about you? Because of the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the realness. And like I said, I got a lot of love and respect because, once again, you have shown certain things to me. You know what? Back away from that nonsense. Back away from that negativity. And the difference is right now, like you say, sometimes people feel nobody's invincible. Nobody invincible. Even if you watch, it was an old movie called Untouchable with Robert De Niro playing Al Capone and Kevin Costner playing Elliot Ness. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's untouchable. Everybody can be touched. The fiends in the streets saw everything. They be watching. You're right. You're right. They already started urban legends saying it wasn't him and that he finally got his new. Oh, come on. Hey, folks, listen, man. Hey, like I told you, man, a lot of that stuff, like, you can't believe all that TV stuff. Glaze, is Prince? Yeah, Prince still alive. Every man bleed the same color. You're right, Joe PG. You know? You're right. Hey, folks, listen. What we have to do as people is get out there. Justice has to be served, but you can't deny people that opportunity to change inside. You never know. You're right, man. Hey, what's up, E-Money? Get it in. We need to stop glorifying the love of the money. How can they? You know, the difference right now is, guess what? You can hustle. The bottom line is so many different ways to hustle. You don't have to hustle illegally. We enhance the violence in our neighborhood by accepting drugs. You're right. Okay? Hey, man. Okay, I don't know what that means, man. Hey, You saw, I don't know, hey, you got me, man. You using a big word on me. Yah so, you got it. Glaze, did you ever knew E Money Bag? No, I didn't know E Money Bag. Brian, Brian, what you do when you're scared? Scared of what? Alpo thought he was invincible. I don't believe that. Glaze ain't here for all that nonsense, man. Hey, folks, listen, man. Italian gangsters are soft nowadays. John Gotti and Al Capone could be ashamed. Sammy the Bull and other. Nah, like I tell you, we're not going there. It's a real name for you, okay? Listen, folks. Hey, what can we do? Like I said right now, with my platform, I'm gonna have cigar chat, okay? And not only that, Sunday, every Sunday I'm gonna have cigar chat. But what can we do? Even right now, if I gotta come on here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, what can we do? Right now, email me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. Let's come up with some solution. It's a Hebrew for Jesus. Okay, thank you. Glaze, when are you going to make a movie on your life, man? We working on that. Alpo was fearless, but wasn't untouchable. Like I said right now, man, listen, let's get it right the first time. We got to get it right the first time. We got to know that crime doesn't pay. We got to let know that there's no shortcut in life, man. It's none. The difference is, folks, ask yourself the quality question. Okay, what? To me, I don't care what I got to do. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to stay away from the penitentiary. I'm going to do everything what I need to do to stay away from a violent death. I'm going to do everything I need to do to stay from being homeless. I'm going to do everything I need to do, you know what I'm saying, to stay from being hungry. I'm going to do everything I need to do to be able to provide for the people that I love and care about. So the difference right now is, guess what? If I know I got to work, if I know I have to go punch a clock, not just one clock, two clock. If I know right now my side hustle, I got to go around collecting aluminum cans, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I'm able to take care of myself and the people that I love. Guess what? I'm going to do that. See, the difference is when people got to understand is, Glaze, was Bimmy really about it, man? You know what? Bimmy was younger than me. And Bimmy, like right now, I got to know Bimmy more so now in my later years than before. You know, a lot of times right now, Bimmy just different. He used this. Smart guy. Shout out to Bimmy, man. Out of New York, period. Hey, folks, what do we need to do? Learning how and teaching these kids how to hustle. Learning them, knowing how to get, saying jobs. Learning how to hustle. Getting a job, how to go and interview, how to dress for success for an interview, how to keep and maintain a job, how to develop working ethic, how to get the proper training that they need. What about bulletproof windows and doors? Okay, why will we need bulletproof windows and doors? What about eliminating the guns? What about taking the guns out of these kids or out of anybody's hand that don't need to have guns? Hey, listen, anybody out there, look in my link. Go to the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page. The difference is right now, where's Glaze, were there any cat in the game that had a good upbringing that didn't need a game? You know what, listen, technicality, I should never have been in the game. You know what? Because right now, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't the type of cat that was pulling roaches out the cereal. Do you fear for your life like Alpo? Fear for my life for what, man? When it's your time, it's your time. And Alpo didn't fear for his life. If Alpo prepared for his life, he wouldn't have been out there like the way he was. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. He didn't fear for his life. If he feared for his life, you think he would have been out there 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying, in Harlem? He going to party. He's hanging out. The difference is right now is sometimes people feel they got to hang out. Sometimes people like Eddie Murphy made a song, party all the time, party all the time, party all the... Man, I don't care nothing about party. I can party by myself, man. That's the difference. I don't need to be around a crowd. I don't need a limelight. I don't need that. Because once again, that's the difference. Like I say, most of us guys that grew up in that urban environment, like New York City, we want a stage. And when you're young, you want that stage because when you get on that stage, you want to perform. Light, camera, action. We want to hear the cheers. We want to hear people, ooh, ha. Come on. Like you amateur night at the Apollo. Amateur night at the Apollo. Talking about my girl like the party all the time. Yeah, because you got it out your system. You got to. Brian is smart because he's a free man and is safe. It's not the point about it. The point lines right now was, guess what? Why would I put myself in a lion den? Why would I take my head and put it into a lion mouth, knowing that he got all his damn teeth? Never set yourself up to fail under any circumstance. I don't care what the situation. Break unchained. Break every chain. Break every chain, man. Rest in peace, Alpo, Rich Porter, AZ, last man standing. Hey, folks, listen. What about bulletproof vests with doors? And hey, the bottom lines right now is, guess what? Each his own. I've always taught schools should really teach practical application, but the difference is a lot of people don't, man. Life is common sense. But everything is common, it's not sense, man. Listen, folks, sit back and think about it, man. It's not what we do, it's how we do it. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. And what we have to do is right now, we have to do better. Glaze, nah. Pee Wee Kirkland, fire, money. Okay, Eugene Bell. Hey, listen, folks. I'm gonna end this. A shout out to everybody that took the time to watch me today. Right now, listen, man, we got to do better as a community. We got to do better as a culture. We got to do better. We can do better. The bottom line is we got enough brain power, brain cell on here that we can come up with a master plan. We can come up with a game plan. We can come up with an action plan. You know what I'm saying? We can. It's NKT how we start, but now how I feel. You're right. Hey, but listen, sent no more. Thank you, man. Doc Kim checking in. Hey, my man, Doc Kim, man. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? One love, baby. One love, man. Hey, shout out to Doc Kim, man. Brother from my neighborhood, younger brother, whatever. But I love it, man. Me and Doc Kim be powwowing. This brother be going fishing, man. He be going out there, going fishing for meditation, man. That's what you have to do, man. Why hang out in the club when you can go fishing, man? Why hang out in the club when you can be with your wife, your girl? That's what it is, man. Finding that right mate, man. Finding that right mate. Finding that right mate, man. Male, man, finding that right woman. Woman, young lady, find that right man. We got to stop thinking being smart and getting good grades is corny. Nah, man. Being smart and getting good grade is, man, that's powerful, Walter. That's powerful. Peace before balance, man. You're right, man. And see, you know what? A lot of times people didn't understand when I was out there. When I was out there, man, and it was a lot of things that was out there. And it's a lot of situations that I was facing against. And you know what? I always sat back and thought, if I was acting off of emotion, if I was acting off intelligent, I squash a lot of beef. I prevent a lot of situations from going bad or ending and somebody getting killed. Why? Because it's all about thinking, man. Especially, but a lot of times when we allow our emotion to supersede our intellect, we cannot think. When we allow our emotion to supersede our intellect, we cannot think. You know what I'm saying? Temper is what gets us into trouble. Pride is what keeps us there. Temper is what gets us into trouble. Pride is what keeps us there. Glaze, do you think Wayne Perry is feeling sorry for Alpo? He's been at ADX because of him. You know what? I got to tell you right now, he probably don't feel sorry. He probably don't feel sorry. But the difference is, who never know? You never know. Because once again, man, ego's a monster. And a lot of people do not understand that, man. Hey, listen, folks, thank y'all. Thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Also, check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page, man. Check it out. And like I tell you right now, you won't be disappointed. Check it out. I got a lot of different things that I'm working on. And like I said right now, man, today didn't start it, like, saying how I want to start it. Like I said right now is, guess what? May Alpo's soul rest in peace and his spirit be lifted, man. And that's what we got to remember, man. Like you say, here it is, man. I'm going to end this how I started. When I came on this platform, this is what I did. And normally, I don't do that. Bushwick in the building, man. Normally, I don't do that. I'm going to end this like I started. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. And the difference is right now is, like, here it is. What we have to do is we have to take up that mask. We have to pretend them with each other. That's the difference. A lot of times what we do is we hide behind a mask. We don't want our true feeling to be shown. You know why? Because once again, we all want to think that, you know what, nothing bothers us, that we don't have no feeling, that we cold. There's nothing cold about us, folks. We are a loving creature. We are a loving, caring creature. And the bottom line is right now, it's not too late. Take it from somebody. If I, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. You know why anybody can change? Guess where change come? Change come from within. Change come from within. Change come from within. I'm going to end this on a positive note. Reach out and touch somebody's hands. Make this world a better place. If you can, reach out and touch somebody's hands. Make this world a better place if you can. That's what we need to do, man. Go back to the basic principle. If God be for me, who can be against me? Hey, rest in peace, Alpo. May his soul rest in peace and his spirit be lifted. Rest in peace to all the fallen people, all the fallen soldier, man. Come on, man. We got to do better than that, man. We have to do better than that. We have to do better than that. We have to learn to go back to the basic principle. Peace, love, and prosperity. One love.